Welcome to St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management. This college is affiliated to Maharshi Dayanand University, Rohtak, and approved by All India Council for Technical Education. This video lecture is a part of series developed for online classes. Hello everyone, my name is Ashish Tripathi and I am working as an assistant professor at St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management since 2015. My areas of interest are data analysis and data visualization, which are recommended to be a data scientist. Welcome to Object Technologies and Programming using Java. This lecture is about object-oriented approaches. In this, we will study the benefits of using object-oriented programming approach and various programming language paradigms. First of all, let me introduce you with procedure-oriented programming. It follows top-down approach as it divides a complex program into set of functions which are called as and when required. The program so formed follows algorithm, hence program is totally under the control of the code. Functions share global data as they move data among themselves. This makes the data insecure as it can accidentally be manipulated by outside of the program also. It doesn't follow inheritance. So, to add extra features to a program, it must modify the whole module. This is time consuming and cost more. Procedure-oriented programming also doesn't have polymorphism, so to do the same operation on different type of data, you must frame different functions. This will increase space requirement of a program. Example, C language and Fortran. When it comes to object-oriented programming, it follows bottom-up approach in which several independent entities called objects are integrated to frame complete program. Here, these objects are under the control of data. Functions can access member data and provide relevant information. This concept makes it more secure. With the help of inheritance, a predefined class can be extended to encapsulate new features. Also, different operations can be attached to function having the same name, so it is easy to handle. Example of object-oriented programming languages are C++ and Java. After seeing the difference, now let's talk about benefits of using object-oriented programming. The modules created by object-oriented programming can be reused without any change. For example, a simple calculator can be extended to a scientific calculator by adding new features to it. Using inheritance, a lot of time and effort can be saved. The class hides the data from outside the world and adds security to it. This program can be distributed easily as the objects can mingle with other objects on the network. The small modules can be upgraded to large modules by adding new features. This concept reduces software maintenance and development cost. Object-oriented programming is helpful in simulation and modeling technique. Data hiding and encapsulation are an added features to this programming. Now we study programming language paradigm. There are 5 types of language paradigm: imperative or procedural languages, applicative or functional languages, rule-based or logical languages, object-oriented languages, and concurrent languages. Now we study each of them in the preceding video. Imperative languages are also called procedural languages. These languages are command-driven and are based on statements. Here, a program consists of sequence of statements which are executed in definite order. Example: C, C++, Fortran, and Pascal language. These languages are used to create simple programs but cannot handle complex programs. Applicative language is also called functional language, as the main focus is given to the functions. These functions are made to act on initial set of data. The functions compute the value and pass the result to another function. Example: LISP and ML languages. Rule-based language is also called logical language. Here, the program is written as a set of conditions which are related to appropriate actions. These actions will only be executed when the corresponding condition is satisfied. Filters apply for data storage. Example: Prolog language. Object-oriented language creates a partitioned memory block for both data and function. This entity is called object. It follows inheritance, polymorphism, and encapsulation concepts. Example: Simula, Java, Visual Basic .NET, and Ruby language. Concurrent language is based on notion of a process. Every process has its own thread of execution. So, to study concurrency, we make program in concurrent language. Processes exchange message among them with the help of shared variables or shared memory location, where a process writes a value for that variable and other processes reads that calculated value. Example, other language. Object-oriented languages are based on objects and implements encapsulation, polymorphism, and inheritance. Hence, only authorized methods have access to a particular object. Simula was the first object-oriented programming language developed in 1960. Following it, other Smalltalk, C++, Java, etc. followed and improved the concepts of OOPS. With the advancement of OOPS in has find its application in various fields. Some of them are listed below. Client-server system. In this, there are two objects, client and server, which develop a session between them to exchange information without any disclosure of functionality. In object-oriented database, the objects hold the values of attributes which are easy to manage. In object-oriented distributed database, the objects representing the entity are distributed over network which can be attached with any module to reveal the performance. In real-time system, the objects are engaged in on-the-fly execution of statements as when streaming a live video. It is also used in simulation and training of various projects like when training for pilot, several objects interact with him and exchange messages. In hypertext and hypermedia, objects link with each other and arrange them in proper format to be presented in any platform. In neural networking and parallel programming, objects are classified and executed in predefined sophisticated environment where they are supposed to hold their state in every call. In decision support systems, classes are formed to represent different entities which are clubbed together based on condition and perform relative actions. In computer-aided design or computer-assisted manufacturing, the instructions to computer are given in the form of objects. In artificial intelligence and expert system, inheritance help to form relationship between the agents which with the help of polymorphism perform different actions based on different conditions. Thus, we can see that in every field nowadays object-oriented programming find a place. With this, we come to end of this session. Now, you are able to compare procedure-oriented programming and object-oriented programming. Also, you can write about the various language paradigms and application of object-oriented programming in various fields. Thanks for watching my video. Hope you gained knowledge about various programming language paradigm and seek the applications of object-oriented programming. If you have any query, you can post it to me. Watch my next video on this series on classes, objects, polymorphism, inheritance. Till then, take care and practice the problems.